G'day, this is Subaru's Great Australian Detour. I'm a long way from home, but I'm at home. This is the home Billabong in Kakadu in the Northern Territory. It's a stunning place to be. It's also a fishing spot. Barramundi. Barra. Let's even get one. If we don't, we'll get other things, I promise. I've come to learn that the open road is still the stuff of legend. It's not another time or another place, it's now, just as it's always been. Only you might have to search a little harder to find it. But there it is, off the freeway connecting families to towns and stories and what will become some of our fondest memories. Subaru's Great Australian Detour is a celebration of the long way, of seeing the drive as being just as important as the destination. So instead of racing past the best bits, enjoy the journey. Stop, turn off, take the odd detour. This is Australia, the greatest detour there is. On this Great Australian Detour, a deep dive into the uniquely Australian experience of the Northern Territory's Kakadu. First time for me, and most definitely the first time for the all-new Subaru Solterra. This one is an overseas pre-production model that we're taking to parts of Australia to test on different roads. It's close to what we'll get here, but it's not the exact model. Between Darwin and Kakadu, there's a long way, and then there's a longer way. So we're just going to take the long way. 3 hours feels like enough. And you go through some pretty cool places like Humpty Doo, which is where I saw an op shop. And so I bought a guitar for $5. 4 strings and out of tune. But it's going to help with the song because we're going to Humpty Doo on our way to Kakadu in the Subaru, past Jabiru, you know what I mean? And I've seen some emus in the brush, and I've seen wallabies, this beautiful golden coloured wallaby, and it all makes me ready for a brilliant Kakadu experience. I'm excited, genuinely excited about the salty crocs and swimming in the waterfalls, just not in the same place. This is most definitely a scene change from far north Queensland. Ruthlessly hot at over 40 degrees, the landscape is harsh yet incredibly beautiful. There are lots of new birds, kangaroos of course, and every river crossing a chance to search for crocs. Home base for Kakadu, Kawinda Lodge. There's a certain oasis feel to this place. The camping, the glamping, and some really lovely air-conditioned villas. And we've made it, not too buggy. I've just plugged it into the mains because there's no fast chargers in Kakadu. The range the Solterra will get from a full charge depends on how I drive, the weather conditions, how many people are in the car, and many other factors. I know someone's going to go, mate, that's a pretty weird looking caravan. They'd be right. As base camp, Kawinda Lodge offers access to the most Kakadu of experiences. Maybe a river cruise, maybe fishing. Kakadu is famous for many things, not the least of which it's Australia's second largest national park. It's a natural wonderland, beautiful rock art. It's got everything, including Barramundi. And if you're lucky, you might catch one. If you're really lucky, you might catch one worth $1 million. I don't care about the money. I just want the natural experience. Liar. The $1 million fish is another brilliant territory tourism lure. Greg, or Gecko, because there's another Greg at Kawinda, knows fishing isn't always fishing. Okay, so Greg, I know you've got a strong feeling about that tree. What's the winding pattern? Because it's not like we're at the beach catching Taylor, is it?
No. Oh, heck no. So basically what we are doing, we're casting these lures as close to the tree or the bank over here as we can. So what we're doing is bringing the rod tip forward and backwards towards it. So a couple of lines to get it down, forward and backwards, and it's genuine weight. Flick, flick, and a weight. So as I flick it, I wind the handle at the same time. So it's sort of like rubbing your head and tapping your belly, or vice versa.
And are you sweating because you're excited, or are you sweating because it's 39 degrees?
Both. I absolutely love my fishing. So there, jump there. That was a big fish. Oh, come on. Oh. I got a hit then.
And you've got the fishing fever. haven't, like I've got it, but everyone goes, just be slow down and enjoy the view and everything. And that's not a thing while you're fishing, is it?
Oh, not for me, it's not. But my passion tends to override my professionalism sometimes. So.
I've noticed. That's good. It's exciting. As much as this is about being in the moment, this is the moment. Oh, you got him. Oh, he's caught Australia.
It's called Australia fish.
Oh, he's got an Australian fly. I'm so excited.
Oh, damn it.
I've got a crocodile. Oh my God. Oh, geez, Greg, I thought it was like that was it.
Oh.
No. This is the moment. Oh, he's got one. I know. It's not a barra, it's a tarpon. But at least I caught it. So, which is better for you, isn't it?
Oh, heck yeah.
Hey, after the break, we'll stop fishing and do something. We'll do something with spirit, other spirit. See you in a minute. Chuck him back in?
Yeah, just head first.
We did one of these shows in the Flinders Ranges, and there was an elder called Auntie Pauline, and she said, just stop and listen when you go places. So we're doing this sunrise cruise. This is yellow water billabong. Come early, just listen, and it's like just a body of water, and then you hear the fish, this, and there's birds, crickets, frogs. There's a whistling kite up on this pole before when it took like the whomp, and crocs. It has to be a song, of a symphony almost, of the Kakadu. You gotta listen to hear it. Yellow water billabong is our entry to the South Alligator River. It feels like the Kakadu we've seen in the ads and in the documentaries. It's the birds, I think. The dancing brolgas, jabberoos, kingfishers. There are magpie geese, sea eagles, and the black piton bird. And of course, there's the hero, the saltwater crocodiles. Dennis, with two N's, is our guide. He loves them. You said all the way through the tour, which I found fun, but also like a little bit sort of stirring, was you'd look at a croc and go, that'll kill you. That'll kill you. How big are they do they need to be before they're going to actively have a go at a human?
Yeah, well, crocodiles can be around 2 metres and stuff and still have a go at you. There's no problems at all. Crocodile, as soon as they're out of the egg, will have a go at you, so, yeah.
Dennis also talked about the South Alligator River as being the heart and soul and the main vein of Kakadu, running from the plateau of Arnhem Land all the way to the Timor Sea. Dennis, as a fisherman, there's a lot of fish, isn't there? Like, it's just stunning to watch them all popping all day.
Yeah, well, we have 54 species of fish within Kakadu, and some of the ones we've seen today are Barramundi, Saratoga, and the freshwater diamond-head mullet.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, well, thanks very much.
Gummuck.
Gummuck. And where do you reckon we should go next? What do we need to see?
I'd definitely go to Maguk. It's really beautiful swimming. It's crystal clear.
Yeah.
And you should always read signs when swimming in Kakadu or anywhere in Northern Australia.
Yeah, I got that feeling. Got the feeling of seeing lots of crocs.
Bobo.
Gummuck, bobo.
Gummuck, bobo.
Good on you. Dennis has a lifetime of experience here, and if he says Maguk, then Maguk it is. It's hot. It's like 39 degrees, and I'd love to swim, but all I can hear is Dennis with two N's going, that one will kill you. That one will kill you. So the one place to swim here is a place called Maguk Falls. It's Kakadu's worst kept secret spot, and you can swim there when it's open, which is in the dry season, so that's where we are. So it's only 60 k's, but we do have some varying road conditions, like we're on a beautiful sealed road now, but it does, just up here, go to a dirt road. So in that sense, I'm really glad that we've got all-wheel drive. Subaru have had all-wheel drive for 50 years. This car is absolutely no different, and it gives us confident driving in less than confident conditions. Ready? Oh, hey, no problem. All-wheel drive. To be honest, the dirt roads through Kakadu are pretty good at this moment, but we're here before the wet season in the build-up. There are a few surprises, which are fun of course, but things can get willing. So it's nice to have that all-wheel drive backup should we need it. And of course, you should always check the depth of puddles and refer to the recommended depth in the owner's manual before driving through. The path kind of mirrors the road, you know, a little bit of off-roading. And Dennis said to me, Dennis with two N's, that there could be a croc here, but it'll be a freshwater croc, not a salty. It's nice. It's a pretty easy walk to Maguk, but it is hot. There are creek crossings, ponds to look in, and the payoff is... wow. Okay, so clearly this is Maguk Falls, and this is the interesting thing. We walked past that beautiful spot that was like an oasis, and I thought, gosh, it can't get better, and it just gets better. And there's a rumour that in the old days you could get up to the very top, and it's even better. But this is enough. 39 degrees. Time to get wet. Woo! If you're wondering about visiting in the build-up, it's the off-season. You can have moments like this all to yourself. So maybe off is the new on.
It's a genuine carefree moment. I think this is why you do all the miles. It's something with the heat, the flies, and this. It's literally one of the only places you can swim in Kakadu, and it's deep enough to die.
Kakadu National Park, 3 hours south of Darwin, is the great Australian detour. There's this children's author who lives in Kakadu and his name is Ben Tyler. His book's called Walking in Kakadu Country and it's fantastic. He's also really handy in the kitchen and generously he takes people on his property and goes foraging, so, you know, looking for food, bit of bush tucker. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I know on the menu we've got berries and potatoes, but, you know, look, we're foraging. Anything could happen. Ben Tyler grew up here. He's terrific, with a stack of knowledge to share. Naganyala, this feels like a nice place to start. I mean, you know, it's early in the morning and it's so, well, apart from the cocky, it's so peaceful, isn't it?
It's a beautiful place to start, Andrew, and welcome to Muditjul. We're on Murrumbidgee country, my mum's country. Muditjul is the Binning name for this area.
Yeah.
It's a big name. Other Aboriginal people, First Nations people from West Arnhem, they know Muditjul as the place where there's flying fox. There's a big hunting ground for flying fox on the other side of the Billabong behind us.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought we'd start here. Behind us is Mount Bastow. So there was an explorer called Bastow who came through exploring minerals, and that mountain is named after him. But we call that mountain Gunbalknei Jammu.
Gunbalknei Jammu.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
That means a mountain with a secret name. It's a very sacred mountain. There's a...
I'm just curious, do you know the secret name?
I don't know the secret name. Yeah.
Hey, so our job today is to forage. We're having basically a bush tucker trip, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. So how is it difficult? Like,
it is. There's a challenge. Each season is a challenge.
Yeah.
And you know, and each season. So Kakadu has 6 spinning seasons.
Yeah.
We're now in the season of Gunamelling, and this is the pre-monsoon season.
Yeah, the build-up.
This is the start, the first season of the wet, and it always starts with the lightning and thunder show.
Yeah.
And did you see some?
Yeah. Yeah, drove through it. Woo! Yeah, it's amazing.
Awesome.
All right, well let's get a foraging, eh?
Yeah.
The menu was berries, which turned into looking for file snakes, which was interrupted by water buffalo, a genuine threat to our safety. So is that is that an issue for us, or?
Yeah, if it chases us, we have to bolt.
Right. Okay.
But if it gets too close, just lie down flat on the ground. Yeah. or climb a tree. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of anaparu out there.
So does this mean that we can't go looking for file snakes in here?
We'll see where they've gone. Oh, they're just there. Looked like they were going to bolt straight through that.
So Tracy's just chucked a big... And here I were thinking we're looking for potatoes and yams. What a day. Wow.
Good start.
Great start, yeah. Awesome. And really good fun. After our water buffalo run-in, Tracy, Ben's sister, decided the smoking ceremony was in order to welcome us, to protect us, and keep the water buffalo at bay.
Kakap! Ano Ben Gang? Pinugpele! Yun ni Ben Mitpun! Kamak Rock, Gabri Din, Gabri Boltnan! Welcome to Murumburg land.
Thank you.
And put him head down. Let that water just go down over him head. Boy.
The file snake, do they bite?
They bite, but probably the little ones do, but it's more like this pandanus prick, you know?
Oh, okay, no worries.
It's just,
and how big are they? What are we feeling for?
They can get quite long, eh? Maybe 2 meters? 1 meter, 2 meters, yeah, and fat with,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's get one.
Ma, I'll go down. Yimre? It's a lot of fun, you know, we get really muddy.
Yeah, you get up in the morning, you go, oh, I reckon I know what I'm going to do today. And you go to bed and go, I had no idea I was going to do any of that. Oh no, it's in the mud with me mate, Ben. You can put this in your next book.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah. As you can see, it's a pretty festy pond. But it's good fun. It's like old-fashioned fun. Get your hand in amongst the roots. Hope you find a file snake.
Nothing?
Nothing. So, mate, Tracy's elsewhere, so maybe she's got a file snake.
Maybe.
We should have a crack at the green plums then.
Yeah, let's do that.
At least we can see them.
Yeah, go Mark. Cool. Ma.
We're in Kakadu in an overseas pre-production model of the all-new Subaru Solterra, the all-electric SUV. It's my first time here, and it's a revelation. Great roads, the scenery is gorgeous, and the aircon is working a treat. I'm mid-forage with indigenous chef Ben Tyler. It's a classroom like no other. It feels like there's a process to everything, like a spiritual process to, you know, you call to the tree, call to the pandanus, yeah?
You know what? It's communication. This is indigenous communication. The land is talking to you and we're talking to the land because we're all related.
So we've worked for it, but we've finally found, we're hoping we've finally found the tree.
Yes, so we've gone tree to tree and we've come to this tree. We think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And we've decided to give you the honours of calling out to the tree and throwing the rock.
Okay.
But first we're going to give you a little quick lesson in Gunjaipmi so that you know what to say.
Okay.
Gunjaipmi is the local language
of
Kakadu. And so this is what you say. Jurung jurung.
Jurong jurong.
Jiri bu. Jiri.
Jurong jurong. Jetty.
Jiri
Bu.
bu.
Jiri.
Jiri bu. Jiri.
Jiri.
And then you can chuck the rock.
Jurong jurong. Jetty boob. Jiri.
Perfect.
And then I chuck the rock.
And then chuck the
But
rock.
what does it mean?
So you're calling out to the spirit, Jurung Jurung spirit, you know, and this tree is a really important tree. There's a site on Walma country.
Jurong jurong. Jetty boo. Ba-deep.
There. Anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a couple I'm throwing my back out.
Great one, Andrew.
Jurong jurong. Jetty.
Jiri bu.
Jiri. Wow. And then so you just do that until no more fall down.
We just do that, yeah.
Wow. And these are the plums.
And these are the plums. Sometimes you find a twin one, like you, like double, joined, and we say that's the spirit of Jurung Jurung. When you find a double one, that's very lucky.
Is it like a 4-leaf clover?
Yeah.
And it's like a cherry. It tastes, it's very plummy. The time with Ben and Tracy helps me understand how surprising the entire Kakadu experience can be. You see, I thought we were looking for bush potatoes, which we did, but it was so much more than that, and it was so enjoyable. Naganyala, Ben, thank you very much. And I mean, I thought we were just doing this, but to get the crack at the snake and the buffalo, and it was just a great morning. So thanks very much.
It's been amazing. Thank you,
good.
Andrew.
Thanks, Tracy, as well.
Yo, thank you, Algajok and Albagat.
Thank you. Just on coming to the top end, lots of people say, oh mate, don't go on the build-up, mate, it's too hot, mate. It is hot, it's genuinely hot, but things happen now that don't happen in other times of the year, like Kale's Crossing. So that's this spot, it's on the road into Arnhem Land, and there's this river right before you get to Arnhem Land, and there are crocodiles apparently is the story everywhere, like 50 crocs in a 400 metre zone, and they're feasting on barra and tarpon and mullet, and it's a genuinely great chance to see crocodiles from the safety of a viewing platform. You don't even have to go in a boat. I can't tell you how I've built this up in my mind during the hour to drive here. Like it was going to be like a David Attenborough scene with water torrenting across and crocodiles and with the fish and things like that. It hasn't quite worked out that way. There are crocs. So this is seawater on this side, this is fresh water on this side. Tide comes up, salt water comes in, and then nature happens like an Attenborough type festival. Sometimes, but it's still beautiful, and the rain's starting to fall, the sky's about to open, so it's just a great place to be. You often hear of people returning time and again to places like this, and now I understand. To see Kakadu once is to barely see it at all. Twice, and you're just getting started. You can feel it, can't you? It's almost spiritual. This is Norlangi, and what I've been waiting for since we've been here in the build-up is the storm to come, and it's just gonna come. Now, I haven't been to Kakadu before, so I've only seen it this way, which is pretty dry, but we're literally on the edge of the monsoon. So if I were to come back in 2 months' time or 3 months' time, this will all be wet, which is why I think it's good to see something in one season, then come back for another season. See it a new way. It'll be completely different. So I've been thinking, maybe you should leave me here while I think about Subaru's next Great Australian Detour. And it's not about the fishing. It's about the peace and the quiet and the crocs and the birds and the fishing. It's about the fishing too. See you next time.